Moo. Moo, Misty.
Moo, Ike.
What do you want to moo today? I just did that in my brain. We're on fire this week.
We really are. These have
Episode-
been good.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a lot of fun learning about this stuff.
We have so much fun making this show.
Seriously.
It would be way more fun if more people watched. But we're happy for the people that do watch.
Yeah.
So what do you want to moo today?
Well, what I want to talk about, and we'll talk more about it, we're going to talk about famous beefs. Because today is the day that Oprah won a lawsuit brought against her by the Texas Cattle Association.
I thought you were going to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
If she had to sue over that, that would be weird. But just as weird as the Texas Cattle Association suing her. Anyways, we'll get into it. I'm Misty.
And I'm Ike.
For the next 15 minutes,
We're going to debate pop culture.
my background's in music.
My background's in film.
I know the topics beforehand.
And I don't.
We check the internet for the facts.
And ruin it with opinions.
From pop rocks in your lunchbox.
To Happy Meal toys and swatch clocks.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. And I'll make this motion like I'm cutting, and now we're still rolling. All right.
Okay.
Let's moo it.
So, here's what happened.
You almost let that one sneak right past you.
It's funny because I know sometimes you think that I'm not listening.
You're
but
never
it
listening.
I am, and sometimes it just takes a minute to register.
Yeah. It's like a Nike
Priceless.
ad. Just moo it.
Okay, so this thing today in history happened with Oprah.
Can I just Google Oprah beef?
Yes, you can. So Oprah had to go to Amarillo, Texas, and she had to actually appear in court. And it's really weird because, like, she took Maya Angelou with her, the poet, because they
Wow.
were very good friends, and they were journalists, and, like, everyone was freaking out. You know, she stood up and said, "I'm here to defend my name. I feel in my heart I've never done anything malicious. I did not mean for anything to happen." So what happened was apparently she had a problem with the beef industry. The Texas Cattle Association claimed that Oprah unlawfully disparaged the beef industry and sued her. So, she aired an episode about food safety. The segment included discussions about the way that animals are treated, about mad cow disease, which had just killed a whole bunch of cattle in England. And she had a vegetarian and animal rights activist on the show that talked about how disease would eventually plague the U.S. Huh, that's weird.
Whoa. Oprah.
And so she said during the interview, she said, "You just stopped me cold from eating another burger. I'm done." And that segment was widely viewed to have contributed to the drop in cattle prices.
Oh.
So members of the cattle industry were furious, and U.S. Energy Secretary Rick Perry, who was then the Texas Agriculture Commissioner, was like one of the biggest cheerleaders of all of this. And so they sued her for defamation, basically. They claim that the statements made on her show were baloney, and that Texas, right?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Like, literally, they used the word baloney.
Baloney. Yes.
Baloney's not made out of beef.
So they filed a lawsuit against her alleging more than $10 million in damages.
Wow. Did you know she had a gag order? So she couldn't talk about it on the show.
Uh-huh.
But she
because
would
her show aired to so many people.
Yeah. But she did like discreet little nods at it, like wearing leather shoes and stuff. Which is weird. If you don't eat beef, why would you wear leather?
A lot of people do it. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah. Anyways, 18 months later, after the suit was filed, they finally went to trial, and she went to Amarillo. And the residents of Amarillo were super stoked that Oprah was there. Like, they were really excited. They were like, oh my God, there's 22 satellite trucks in the middle of Amarillo in the town square, freaking out. Anyways, she ended up winning this lawsuit against them. And this was the day in history that verdict was put down and announced. So we want to talk about famous beefs.
Famous beefs.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to find out is the first time beef was used in a rap song, like two rappers beefing.
Oh, I think that's going to be a hard thing to track down.
I don't know. To beef means to have a grudge or conflict with someone.
Yes.
What I'm trying to figure out is if it, I guess it was used by the Notorious B.I.G., so it was before Oprah's beef with beef. So this is just a term that defines beef.
Yeah. I mean, a beef's an argument. It's a fight. And in these terms, usually I think beef is a public argument.
So if you have resolved your beef, it has been termed to be squashed. You've now squashed your beef.
Why are you vegging it when you were beefing it before?
Well, I think if you put some veggies on
Why
your beef.
don't you just say it's grilled?
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be better?
That would be better.
Yeah.
What if we just started that?
Or it's cooked.
I like grilled.
Yeah.
We grilled our beef.
We grilled our beef.
It's better than squashed.
Right?
That is so much better than squashed.
Yeah.
Wow. I have to give you an applause break there. Wow.
Yeah.
We just grilled our beef.
We just grilled our beef.
Bro. Like, let that sink in for a
Can we
sec.
do an episode where you and I are beefing? And then at the end, we just go, we grilled our beef.
Yeah, we squashed our grilled beef.
Gross. Ew. That just got weird. Well, do you want to know what some of the most famous celebrity beefs have been?
Yes.
All right. Joan Crawford and Betty Davis. They actually made an FX show called Feud about it because they had such a rivalry. And it started in the 30s. And of course, it was over a man. Imagine that.
Beefing over meat.
Beefing over meat. Yeah. Kanye West and Taylor Swift. Remember when he ran up on stage at the MTV Awards and said, Beyonce deserved this?
Yeah.
She did, by the way.
Okay.
Anyways, that went back and forth for years, and people still, Taylor actually possibly wrote an entire album about it.
What?
Yeah. It was messy. The whole thing was very messy, and I'm glad I don't have to listen to anything about it anymore ever.
Did you know that slang origins, what is the history of beef as a term for feuds? Beef, meaning to complain, is a coinage from the mid-19th century. This quote comes from an anonymous burglar's memoir published in New York in 1865. Though the burglar himself was English and had fled from London. 1865 leaves from the diary of a celebrated burglar with the intention of finding out whether he was likely to beef or not. Tom asked his sister till how much his poke was up to. Now your poke means a wallet.
Oh.
And up to means how much it was worth.
Okay.
So
okay. I was like,
if
what
someone
does that mean?
if someone beefed your poke and then
they're mad at your money?
Then no, they stole. Well, if someone got their poke stolen, then they would beef about it.
This is an entire class in linguistics.
Yeah, boy, it's a tongue twister.
I don't even know what to say about that, and doesn't happen very often. Another famous beef: Gwyneth Paltrow versus Martha Stewart.
Ooh.
Gwyneth Paltrow has Goop. Martha Stewart also has her company.
Also has some goop.
Has some Goop. They both have these lifestyle companies, and Martha Stewart is savage, and has just been like, whatever, your little company.
Martha Stewart's got Snoop on her side.
She does. She's been in prison.
You want to know how much beef is produced in the United States every year?
I do. Tell me.
In 2019, it was 27.48 billion pounds.
Holy crap.
Of beef.
That's a lot of bacon cheeseburgers.
That is up 1 billion pounds from 26.15 billion pounds in 2016.
I want a bacon cheeseburger right now.
Do you know what my favorite beef is?
Tell me.
Me too. The Wendy's commercial with the old lady that said, Where's
the
the beef?
God, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Ugh. Vin Diesel versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
They beefed?
They beefed hard.
Have they grilled their beef?
The Fate of the Furious started it.
Oh, like for real? Like while they were on set together?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wow. They spoke about it publicly. Like...
Because they had fight scenes together.
I do not like that guy.
I wonder if some of their fight scenes were like real, like they put a little extra
into
them.
Well, let me tell you. The Rock actually said this on Instagram. Some conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals while others don't. When you watch this movie next April and it seems like I'm not acting in some of these scenes and that my blood is legit boiling, you're right.
Dang. Or they're just both really good marketers for movies.
Oh, no. I think they really don't like each other.
Maybe.
Want to know another one?
Oh, my goodness. I just found a meat science assignment. I'm getting out of here.
Taylor Swift versus Katy Perry.
It's Taylor Swift versus everybody.
Always.
How about
drama?
New rule. From now on, we never say Taylor Swift's name ever again. And
she who is not to be spoken of.
We call her She Beef.
I've never been so happy in my whole life than right now.
She's beefing with everybody. She beefing.
She beef.
That should be a shirt.
I love that. She beef.
I'm going to put an IN on
So
the end.
She beef.
She beefing.
Got in a big old fight with Katy Perry. There's a big story.
Katy.
I do too. I adore her.
Such a sweetheart.
There was a whole story about some dancers that went from one tour to the other, and then the other person wanted them back, and they went back and sabotage and blah, blah, blah. And videos were made, and songs were written, and chaos.
Videos were made. Songs were written.
Songs were written.
Wow.
Just absolute chaos. So, yeah.
Do you want to know some myths about beef?
Sure.
You'll love this one. Myth.
Okay.
Red meat is good for health. That's a myth. Long-term observational studies of heart disease, cancers, and death, and controlled trials of risk factors like blood cholesterol, glucose, and inflammation suggest that moderate intake of unprocessed red meat is relatively neutral for health, but no major studies suggest that eating it provides benefits. So, while an occasional serving of steak, lamb, or pork may not worsen your health, it also won't improve it. And, much to some other shit that I can't pronounce... which gives red meat its... Oh, okay. Heme iron is what gives red meat its color. May explain red meat increase of type 2 diabetes. Eating red meat often and eating processed meat even occasionally is also strongly linked to colorectal cancer.
Yep. I tried the other day to explain to you, but you didn't believe me. And I just said science. And you went, fuck science.
Here's another myth. Myth, focus on a plant-based diet. Plant-based has quickly but somewhat misleadingly become a shorthand for healthy, period. First, comma, not all animal-based foods are bad. Poultry and eggs appear relatively neutral. Yeah. Dairy may have a metabolic benefits, especially for reducing body fat and type 2 diabetes. And seafood is linked to several health benefits.
Yep.
It does seem like everything that comes out of the ocean is not only tasty and delicious, but also good for you.
I often tell people that I try to have a pescatarian diet, which is not having red meat and not chicken.
And you go to church on Saturday instead of Sunday.
No. I eat fish. That's where I get.
Come on, that was a good one, dude.
I don't know what that means.
Pescatarian? It's like Presbyterian.
Oh, I was like, I would laugh, but I don't know what it means.
No, it was just a joke about
I get. And Presbyterians go to church on Saturdays?
No, but it sounds like pescatarian. I don't know. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
It had a good basis. It did. Yeah. I get it.
My heart's in the right place. I'm getting ready to go to a comedy show, so I'm just kind of ramping up.
Trying to,
not performing.
Why not? Get up on there.
I don't know.
Get your laugh on.
Maybe I will.
I think you should.
I'll try.
Just saying.
Going up. Just kick all those comics right off the stage.
Just saying.
Yeah,
pescatarian.
Yeah, pescatarian.
Tasty fishes.
I want a seafood tower in my mouth right now.
I had salmon for lunch today, and it was tasty.
I was supposed to have salmon for dinner, but now it's going to be a burger.
Do you remember what happened when I ate lunch today? I almost died.
You did almost die.
Yeah.
You ate a red pepper.
No, it was not a red pepper.
Jalapeno
it was
tortilla.
I don't know what it was. It was without a doubt, and I like spicy stuff. It was the hottest thing I've ever eaten in my whole life. Like, you know when you eat a jalapeno and like your ears get red?
Yeah.
This, I felt like there was liquid on the inside of my ears.
Wow.
like
your blood was literally boiling.
Like literally, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. You were running around.
I was like, I have to walk it off. I got up.
Yeah.
I coughed. I eventually ended up getting out some Manuka honey throat spray that I have.
Excuse me?
Manuka honey.
Manuka,
which is from New Zealand.
Okay.
Manure.
Yeah.
Because of the beefs.
Moo cows. Yep. We're just going off the rails at this point. It's a fun rails.
I almost died today. That's all I've got. Tell me some more myths about the beef.
You know what? I will right after this short weekend break. Because that's our time, folks.
Oh.
That was 15 minutes on beef.
Okay.
That
went fast.
I did beef facts. You did facts about who's beefing.
I did. About she beef.
Ooh. She beef.
She beef.
She beefing.
She beef.
She beefing.
She beefing.
She writes the songs that make the beef.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
She does.
Oh my God. We should get that clip and put it with the old lady that says, "Where's the beef?" And then it'll be me singing, "She makes the songs that make the beef." And then put a picture of Taylor Swift up, and then Bob is your uncle or your oyster. And that's seafood.
Oyster.
And that brings it all the way back around.
God, you're a rocket surgeon.
Woo.
Rocket scientist.
God,
surgeon.
I love making this show. We are so good at it.
We're pretty good. I don't know what just happened.
I need to go get some beef.
Go get some beef.
All right, folks. Have a great weekend. And since it's Friday, we'll see you on Monday.